for business, one word that covers it for me is passion. If you're not passionate about going to business, don't do it. Because there's a lot of pitfalls in business, but there's a lot of pleasures as well. But can I quickly ask all of you, if you go into business, what do you want it to give you? Can someone give me some, just a one-line word that says, what business is going to do for you? What do you think it will do for you?
Freedom.
Sorry?
Freedom.
That's exactly what I'm looking for. First up, well done. It gives you freedom. You can make your choices. With those choices, of course, you've got to carry the can for the bad choices. And that's what you've got to be very, very careful of. But it's freedom. Quickly, I'm not exactly sure of these figures. I've heard them, I just can't remember them, but more than 50% of businesses fail in the first 3 years. And I think maybe higher than that. Businesses can cost more than double the projected cost to set up. And if you shift a business, you just about need to know about double the price you're allowed to shift it, to physically shift it. With signage and everything else, it's very expensive to shift a business. These are the negatives, by the way. It can take 3 or more years for the owners to reach an income off the wages they're probably earning before they started. So you need to have a bit of money behind you before you kick it off. And debt recovery is a major stumbling block for so many businesses. They don't chase up the debt, and without the debt, you've got no cash flow. With no cash flow, you don't have a business. Business education, I've just formed some headers here, guys, and put some negatives and the positives. I've always put the negatives first, because I believe you always finish on positive, all right? But negatives, cash flow is a major problem. Legal requirements need to be understood. That's guarantees, employment issues, taxation, GST expectations, registrations, permits, you know, and it gets like that, but tackle them all one by one, tick them off, and they all fall into place. Often people are reluctant to ask questions. Don't be. It's the cheapest way to learn. Learn off other people's mistakes, ask questions, and get the answers. Accounting, staff issues, advertising, debt recovery. These are positives. Debt recovery, you recover, you say. Legal issues, business continuance, exit plans, expand your horizons, be prepared to understand your commitments. Keep a day diary, as I mentioned, of all business calls, phone numbers. Review the day as it progresses and cross off those completed. Honour business commitments, time frames, and phone if you're running late. Now, this is something I've religiously done with all my businesses, is keep a graph of the monthly turnover. Every month, I jump on the computer, bang, so I can see what the turnover, all right? I then put that straight into Excel, onto the graph, and it's superimposed over the previous year, and the previous year, and the previous year, and so on. So all those graphs are there. And when I sold our business 15 years ago, just doing the meals, I had 15 years of business turnover. Every single year it went up about 20%. I had a fabulous tool to sell the business by. 15 years of turnover. All there in black and white. And yeah, you can talk to people about goodwill, just getting off the subject a little bit, but talk to people about goodwill and they'll say, there's no goodwill these days. That is utter rubbish. There is goodwill these days. Be it a motel, be it a business, but the goodwill in a business is the things that tie the customer to that business and your ability to present that business as a profitable proposition. And your net before tax, in some cases, the goodwill can be 4 times, it can be 5 times, it can be 1 times, depending what the business is and how profitable it is. With our business here, people had to go back through our supplier because he had the dies. And the dies to make that metal there were worth about $200,000. So if they wanted more, they had to go back in. So they had to come back through us to get the metals. So that gave us a higher goodwill factor. Oh, by the way, little clients can become big clients. And I think I'm going back to emblems again, but that metal there, I went to Auckland City Council and tried to talk them into doing a corporate meal, which was the size of the big one, to get to their corporate guests and the sort of thing. And we'd sold to quite a few other district councils, and they were all keen for it. And then they must have had a budget squeeze and they canned it. And in the year 2000, which is about 3 or 4 years later, a lady rang me, just out of the blue, I happened to answer the phone, the lady rang and she says, Auckland City Council here, she says, we want to do a meal for the millennium. We want to send a note out with all our rates and see if the ratepayers want to buy these meals off us. She said, you've got an idea of a design? I said, yeah, I've got one. I'll set you the design I did 4 years ago. Oh, have you, she said. So I faxed it down to her. She rang me back and said, that's exactly what we want. And that's exactly what I put on, which is a crest on one side. It's got Sky Tower, Rangitoto and a few other things on it, set into the middle. Anyway, I got an order to do 1,000 of them. That was fine. Now little jobs can become big ones. 2 weeks later, I completely sold out. They went on 2,000. And that then went to another 3,000. I ended up selling 9,000 meals. You know, so little ones can become big ones. So you've got to treat your little customer as good as your big one. Because you just don't know what's around the corner. Okay, positives. Opposition can be good. It keeps you on your toes and constantly reviewing your business. Be aware of your opposition. Don't waste a lot of time on them. Sorry, I've lost my place. Do your job well and your clients will stick with you. Review their and your own strengths and weaknesses. It helps you find your marketplace. Because if you're reviewing their strengths and reviewing your strengths, you can work out where you're better than them and you can channel your business in that area. Debt recovery. Negatives. If you don't collect outstanding debt, it will put you broke. There's no question about it, you've just got to collect outstanding debt. Don't let the client blame you or make you feel guilty because they don't pay. And they'll often try that. They'll try and put the onus back on you. If need be prepared to write off an amount to get an account paid. And if you feel you've been treated unfairly, then put them on no credit list. No further credit. Don't do more work for them. It's better to have half or 3/4 of the account than nothing. I'll give you an example of that. In my years of business, you get pretty frustrated over some issues, and often things will build up on you. And this particular client was built up on me. There was a hotel on the fringe of Hamilton, and they took 9 months to pay their bill. Every single time, 9 months. You know, they rang up one day and they said, this is about 9 o'clock in the morning. Can you get your man out here flat out? We've got no water in the hotel. I said, oh, I quickly dialed up and register. They don't owe us anything. We're in the clear. I said, no, look, I'm sorry. I said, we're absolutely flat out. All the guys are out of work. Absolutely flat out. Can you bring someone else? Oh, you guys are with her. I said, no, look, I'm sorry, we're absolutely flat out. Get someone else. Well, I don't think give me a mouthful and hang up. About half an hour later, McEwen's rang us. Can you ship one of your men out to such and such a hotel? We've got no water. No, sorry, they're on the no credit list. We're not going. Oh, okay, thanks. That was all that was said. About half an hour later, Deborah Wallace rang us up. Can you ship them out to such and such a hotel? No, sorry, they're on the no credit list. I'm not going. We don't want their business. Didn't hear any more. Half an hour after that, the hotel rings back. Listen, we can't get anybody else. Why don't you get your man out here? I said, look, to be honest, I was trying to be polite. I said, your account's been that bad with us, you take 9 months to pay your bill, and it's always arguing. I said, we don't want your business. Would you please take it elsewhere? We can't get anyone else. Look, he said, I have the bloody cash on the counter. I distinctly remember this. I said, look, you stick gold nuggets on the bar. I said, we ain't bloody coming. Well, I'll tell you what. I held the phone out of here and he just gave me a mouthful. He just let it rip. I didn't hang up on him. He let it rip. Let it rip. In the end, he said, what the hell am I going to do? He said, you're the only guys with the bits. I said, yeah, I know that. I said, you come in, cash across the counter, we'll do it for you. But I said, the minute you walk out there and put a key in the truck and turn it, that's credit. You don't have any credit with us, and you're not going to get any credit with us ever again. You need to learn a hard lesson. Well, the guy finally turned up. Hi.
200.
The guy finally turned up, and he sent his man in. He didn't come himself. He sent his man in. And he had to buy $800 worth of bits, all the cogs and gears for his deep well pump. And when he put them on the cab, he said, now, he said, can you get your man out the back to put this on here and this on here and that on there? I said, no. I said, the minute I look out the back with that, I said, you got credit. You don't have it. I said, there they are. You pay for it. Take them away, get someone else to do it. I'll tell you what, it just made me feel so damn good. Because he probably got the blood of a few other people, but he never come back to us, and we didn't want him back either. But sometimes you just have to draw a line and say, move on. Okay, positives with debt recovery. By collecting debt on time, your business will run much smoother, and so will your temperament. Your client will know that what you expect and respect you for it. You're not a bank, and that's the whole point. You're not a bank, and they shouldn't expect you to carry it. Try to get a check if possible. Why do you try and get a check?
Paper trail.
Sorry?
Paper trail. You've got something to...
Legal documentation. If a check bounces, it's actually fraud. If it bounces twice, you can take it to the police and say, listen, this guy's gone fraudulent. So you ring the guy up and you say, listen, your check bounced last time, I'm presuming it again this Thursday. If it bounces again, take it straight to the police station. Can I lay charges of fraud? So you've got a fraudulent document. He knows it's not there. So it works. Accountants and lawyers, these guys cost you big money. All right. You need them, but they cost you big money. Avoid excessive discussion. Plan exactly what you want to know before you go in there. This is the negatives. And always try and resolve the issues yourself before you get to going to them. Try and talk it out with the client, whatever you do. Positives. These guys can also offer you a lot of good advice. Make sure the ones you use offer various options. You don't want the one that doesn't. It's your choice whether you use that advice. Good business rules. I'm just about there, guys. Good business rules. Finish every job. It's not finished until it's paid for in full. Now, if you use that rule, finish every job, and it's not finished until it's paid for in full. If it's not paid for, it's not finished, is it? If it's paid for, client's happy, your business is going to grow, things will move on. So finish every job, but make sure it's finished when it's paid for. Don't let a job linger on. If there's a problem, meet it head on, solve it, and move on in. Okay, a bad job gets more than 10 bad referrals. A good job may get 1 or 2 free word of mouth referrals. And these are worth gold. Word of mouth referrals are worth gold. And when you have hassles, sort it out. You know, don't let them linger. Get on to them. Look after your good paying clients for service and trust. Pay all accounts on time. Build a good credit record with your suppliers, and they'll look after you. And that's a policy I've always had. Always pay my bill every 20th. Don't muck around. And your suppliers look after you and go out of their way to help you and make sure you get the gear you need to do the job.